Hare Krishna. Only 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, a great saint and mystic, prophesied that the Hare Krishna mantra would resound throughout every town and village in the world. At a time when Western man was directing his exploratory spirit towards studying the physical universe and circumnavigating the globe, in India, Sri Chaitanya was inaugurating and masterminding a revolution directed inwards. His movement swept the subcontinent, gained millions of followers, and profoundly influenced the future of religious and philosophical thinking both in India and in the West. In a talk given by the ISKCON founder Srila Prabhupada, he describes the divine appearance of Sri Chaitanya. Not many of the people know about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It looks like a wide audience all over the world know Prabhupada and hence know what his preaching philosophy was about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But not many people know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who he is, what he came for, and what is his form, and what is his philosophy that he preached. And why is he considered magnanimous or a merciful, magnanimously merciful avatar? Why is he considered? No one knows the importance of it. If one knows the importance of anything, then he must have a realization. Otherwise, this is just a thought, and it never becomes a memory, and hence it never leads to a practical realization. So many people know about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they think, but do they really know him? They say he is a combined form of Radha and Krishna, and he has come to give the pure devotional service to the fallen souls or the non deserving ones. So, what is the qualification required to get the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Is the quest of every soul who is sincerely wanting to understand how a soul would progress on this and how he would get out of this trap of false beliefs and hence the illusion around this. Yes, the illusion surrounding Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Many people are illusioned by it. They don't understand how to conduct themselves. In pursuit of devotional service, they forget how they should conduct themselves in the material world. They have no knowledge of it. They have no sufficient confidence in themselves in leading the life in a peaceful and satisfied manner. So, why is this? He's magnanimously merciful. So, when we are trying to pursue his philosophy, understand his concepts, and understand the entire stuff that is filled in his books, in books by his people, then why should one go astray and get lost in illusion rather than coming out of it? Is this is the observation that many are illusioned in with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu too. And why is that? So there cannot be a plain answer to this. The first immediate concern that would come to mind, and it is the only concern, and it is the only thing why one would get illusion with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Lack of proper guidance by a bona fide guru. People think that they are under the care and guidance of a bona fide guru, but even then they don't progress. They are running here and there, and they are not able to convince or impress even the normal people with why one should pursue this diligently. Why is that happening? Because unless you follow yourself, nobody is going to get convinced. And even if they say, even if we follow, then the people are not convinced, it is their mistake. But that is not so. In general, you must convince. If you are really following Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then you must be in a position to convince that yes, he is the merciful avatar. He is a magnanimously merciful avatar. But in practice, when we see in practical, that is not so observed. Why is this happening? Then they say there are many offenses that we have to go through, and then we have to take care of these offenses, and because of the offenses we may fall down, one may fall down. But the thing in reality is that a proper without a proper guidance about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no one can progress in his path at all. And why would one understand or not understand who is the proper bona fide guide to this path? So one has to he has to himself find it out. People think that they have found out and they are following also, but it is only a superficial thing that they are into. They don't know the deeper aspects of it. On a very superficial level, on a very superficial level, they are doing something in the name of devotional service to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they do not have that energy to influence others and keep them also on the path and hence grounded. And because a little also mistake comes, then one may lose his interest in the process altogether. And why is and what to do to maintain the interest? So they say devotee association is the thing. And the association is the thing they say. But this association is the real reason of the illusion in the path of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a big name, and then with him also, if people are illusioned, then what is the hope for a human being on the earth planet? That is the question. And one must pose a question like this to himself, that if he gets illusion even with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then what is the hope for him in the life? And why is the illusion happening at all together? Why is it happening? So that is another question. But you should know that this path is not so easy to follow. And on the top of it, if you have made someone happy and he has really become happy with you, then there is a only probability that you may progress. And where to find such a person and appease him, like how you make him happy? So that is association. You have to find out a bona fide personality and associate with him. And you know what is the thing? You have to serve him with money, with your whatever material stuff that you have earned till now, because you do not have any experience of the spiritual world at all. So, what will you talk to him? Will you do Harikatha with him on the first meeting? You will give him all the material dirt that you have acquired so far, the job, the money, then some wealth, some property, some real estate. Then you may have had a big network of friends, so you'll put all the network at his lotus feet. Then he'll become happy. He will accept that things, and then he will be convinced that yes, this person is something. He seems to be a promising one, and let me then help him and give him some service and just thus take him into my protection and use him in the service of the Lord and take him back to Godhead instantly. So that is the way naturally a bona fide personality would work, and it does happen the same way. You have to please him. Otherwise, what is the bonding? If you meet a stranger and your interests are different, then what is it that brings you together? Now here they say there is a guru. How can you talk about him? He is the one who will solve your death and birth and death problem. But then why we don't see that when you meet when you are into such an atmosphere, why is it that you face so many challenges when you are simple hearted? Why is that you get so much illusion, and what is it that takes you away from the real purpose for which you at all took the risk of jumping into the fire, knowing that it is all strangers everywhere? There's no one who's your friend here, and still you jumped in the fire. Now, what to do? How to get out of it? Nothing is happening. So, such things are there, and then people are scared, and many people don't know. They don't take interest further, and they drift away, and they leave it altogether. And many people even don't know who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? He appeared 5,000 years when Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared 5,000 years ago. He was he was predicted by an astrologer who was his he was the family priest of his father, and this priest, he predicted that this child, formerly incarnated in three complexions, right, golden, and now he has appeared in blackish color. So Krishna's color is described in the scriptures as blackish, just like the color of a cloud. Lord Chaitanya is understood to be Krishna appearing in golden complexion. There's much evidence in Vedic literature that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is an incarnation of Krishna and is confirmed by scholars and devotees. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is confirmed that the incarnation of Krishna or God in this present age Kali Yuga will always engage in describing Krishna. He is Krishna, but as a devotee of Krishna, he describes himself. And in this age, his bodily complexion will not be blackish. This means it may be white, it may be red, or it may be yellow, because these four colors, white, red, yellow, black, are the colors assumed by the incarnations for the different ages. Therefore, since the red, white, black colors were already taken by former incarnations, the remaining color golden is assumed by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His complexion is not blackish, but still he is Krishna. Another feature of this avatar is that he is always accompanied by his associates. Now, in Mahaprabhu's picture, if you see, it is painted as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is followed by many devotees chanting. No one has seen Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as he is, so it is impossible to sketch a picture of his, but still, by the mercy of his people who have some idea about him, they have tried to tell their disciples and get a painted picture of him. They describe his features, and that is how we have some paintings of Mahaprabhu. But nonetheless, it is just a painting. It's a painting. No one has seen. This person who's painting also is done according to his understanding. The real the real face of the Lord may be completely different from what we see in the picture. We will be totally taken away by surprise when we know that what we are seeing in the picture is nowhere resembling the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is in the person Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But still, we have an idea and we try to associate with that, and then draw a picture. He might be like this, he might be like that. But there is no point in there is no point in making prediction or in analyzing or even picturizing as to how Lord must be looking, how Krishna must be looking, or how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu must be looking. A golden avatar means what? How he must be looking. There's a picture of Mahaprabhu everywhere, and there are so many idols and deities made out of this brass, golden brass, and they are there for selling in so much huge quantities. Then why is there no devotion in that proportion? So is what is this love? Love for only statues and eye exercises? One should ask oneself. If he is so merciful, he is extra merciful, then why is it that people are having such tough time following him, understanding him, and even getting his one ray of mercy? Why is it? So this is a question, and one must ask why? Another feature of this avatar is that he's always accompanied by his associates, and whenever God incarnates, he has two missions as stated in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna says, whenever I appear, my mission is to deliver pious devotees and annihilate the demons. When he appeared, he had to kill many demons. If we see a picture of Vishnu, we'll notice that he has a conch shell, lotus flower, club, and disc. These last two items are meant for killing demons, which the club and the disc. Within this world, there are two classes of men, the demons and the devotees. The devotees are called demigods, and they are almost like God because they have godly qualities. Those who are devotees are called godly persons, and those who are non devotees, the atheists, they are called demons. So Krishna or God comes with two missions to give protection to the devotees and destroy the demons. In this age, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission is also like that to deliver the devotees and annihilate the non devotees, the demons. But in this age, he has a different weapon. And that weapon is not a club disc or a lethal weapon. His weapon is a Sankirtan movement. We all hear this word very often. Sankirtan, Sankirtan, Sankirtan. This is the specific significance of Lord Chaitanya. In this age, the people are generally already killing themselves. They have discovered atomic weapons with which to kill themselves, so there's no need for God to kill them. But still, he appeared to kill their demonic mentality, and that is possible by Krishna consciousness movement. So, therefore, in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is said that the this is the incarnation of God in this age, and who worships Him? The process is quite simple. They say, just keep a picture of Lord Chaitanya with his associates. Lord Chaitanya is in the middle, accompanied by his principal associates Nityananda, Advait, Gadadhar, and Srivas. One simply has to keep this picture, and he can keep it anywhere. It's not that one has to come to the temple only to see the picture. Anyone can have this picture in his home. Chant the mantram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and thus worship Lord Chaitanya. That is the simple method. But who will capture this simple method? Those who have good brains. What is that? Without much bother, if one simply keeps a picture of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at home and chants Hare Krishna, one day he will realize God. Anyone can adopt this simple method. There is no expenditure, no tax, not there is any need to build a very big temple. Anyone, anywhere can sit down on the road beneath a tree and chant the Hare Krishna mantra and worship God. Therefore, this is a great opportunity. For example, in business or political life, one sometimes finds a great opportunity. Those who are intelligent politicians take a good opportunity and make a success of it the first time it comes. Similarly, in this age, those who have sufficient intelligence takes to this Sankirtan movement and they advance very quickly. So Lord Chaitanya is called the Golden Avatar. Avatar means descending, coming down. Just as one may come from the fifth story of a building or the 100th story of a building, an avatar comes down from the spiritual planets in the spiritual sky. The sky that we see with our naked eyes or with a telescope is only the material sky. But beyond this, there is another sky which is not possible to see with our eyes or any instruments. That information is in the Bhagavad Gita. It's not an imagination. Krishna says beyond material sky is the spiritual sky. We have to take Krishna's word as it is. For example, if you teach children that beyond UK, United Kingdom, there are other places called Germany, India, etc. He has to learn about these places from the version of the teacher because they are beyond his sphere. Similarly, beyond this material sky, there is spiritual sky. One cannot experiment to find it out. If you want to get any more than one cannot experiment to find it out. That is not possible. If we want to get knowledge, we have to accept an authority. Authority, otherwise, there's no possibility of knowing. It is beyond material knowledge. One cannot go to the far planets in this universe. What to speak of going beyond this universe? The estimation is that in order to go to the highest planet of this universe with modern machinery, one would have to travel 40,000 light years. So we cannot even travel within this material sky. Our lifetime and means are so limited. We cannot have proper knowledge of even this material world. So in Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna asked Krishna, will you kindly explain the extent to which your energies are working? The Supreme Lord gave him so many instances, and at the end he said finally, my dear Arjun, what shall I explain about my energies? It's not actually possible for you to understand. But you can just imagine the expansion of my energies, this material world, which contains millions of universes, as a display of one fourth of my creation. So, the material sphere, which has countless Brahmandas, constitutes only one fourth of the Lord's spiritual kingdom. That is to say, that we are so minuscule in front of this spiritual world. We cannot estimate position of one universe, and there are millions such universes. Then beyond this is a spiritual sky, and there are millions of spiritual planets. All this information is available from the Vedic literature. The Vedas have all this information. If one accepts Vedic literature, he can get this knowledge. If one doesn't accept it, there's no other means. That is our choice. Therefore, according to the Vedic civilization, whenever an acharya speaks, he immediately gives references from the Vedic literature, and all of the people will have to accept it. Yes, it is correct. In a law court, the lawyer gives references from past judgments of the court, and if his case is tied, the judge accepts. Similarly, if one can give evidence from the Vedas, then it is understood that his position is factual. The avatar for this age is Lord Chaitanya. He is described in the Vedic literature too. We cannot accept anyone as an avatar unless he has the symptoms described in the scriptures. We do not whimsically accept Lord Chaitanya as an avatar on the basis of votes. No, never. Nowadays, it has become a fashion that any man can come and say he's a god or an incarnation of God. And some fools, rascals will accept him. Oh, he's God. We do not accept an avatar like that. We take evidence from the Vedas. And not only this, these people who claim that they are God or they're an avatar of God, they also try to fool people by pointing out in the scriptures that here is the mention that this is the avatar that will descend and this is the very that avatar. The one who tells himself that he is God himself or Bhagwan himself, that person is just trying to grab people into illusion, and he'll keep them in Maya for eternity. He will never ever give any soul a chance to progress and go to the spiritual kingdom for eternity. Because first thing, the Lord has nothing to do with this material world. He is beyond this material universes. And he sends his servants to the material world. He himself never comes. This is the fact. He never comes to the material world as an incarnation. It is he comes through his agents or his own servitors. He sends his servitors to the material planets to help any pious soul who is calling out for him. He himself never takes an avatar. That is the basic truth in the scriptures. He never actually takes avatar in this material world. He sends his people. So then, how is it that we can know him ever when he doesn't descend? So that is the beauty of this, and that is why you need a bona fide person who can connect you to the transcendental world and guide you, holding your hand, and be there for you to answer every query or question or doubt that you may have. Any guru who does not do this to his disciple is no guru. A guru's task is that he should not leave his disciple in doubts. So if somebody is having doubts and he has a guru and then he will carrying on the wrong things. He will fool many people also. He will give wrong knowledge to them. And so it is very important that you get linked with the right person. And it is your responsibility to find the right person. Because the Lord never descends, first of all, in this material world. He sends his agents. The avatar is the agent's avatar. It is not the Lord's avatar. So he is indirectly coming to this material world. And when you're when you get linked to such person and he helps you understand the spiritual world, then he connects you to the Lord through his transcendental powers. And that is how it is said the Lord himself descends. But the Lord has nothing to do with the material world, so why would he descend into this material world? How will he descend? So it is his agents, his servitors, and that is why we are taught the importance of serving the servant of the Lord, the servant of the Lord. That is the position that one is to be considering himself in, because the Lord himself never descends as an avatar. He sends his agents. This is the fact, and we shouldn't be carried away with so much illusion surrounding it. If you don't understand properly, then you will make mistakes, and one who doesn't understand or take the pains to understand the truth will never ever progress, because he will propagate the wrong philosophy. He himself will be confused with the wrong understanding. So when the understanding is itself wrong, then the efforts will be also in the wrong direction, and you'll end up getting cheated. So it's very important that at every moment, if you think you are serving a lot and everybody is appraising you and they are appreciating that yes, you are serving a lot, but you should see for yourself what is your status, what is your progress, how much are you able to really serve. Is just of someone flattering you, or you are really getting some satisfaction out of serving the Lord. So service is something very serious thing. You cannot just serve anyone. You cannot serve anyone. You have to serve the Lord. After years of struggle and spending so many lifetimes in the illusory world of Maya, the external energy of the Lord, the Bahiranga Shakti. Ajivatma soul understands how he is in suffering in this world without the proper guidance. And this is serious. So one has to be very confident and he has to be responsible. It is not just a child's play that you go to temple, you listen to the talk of a sadhu, you dance there, do some arti worship, serve prasadam to the coming devotees, and then you are done with your service. So it's a big responsibility actually. It is not to be taken very lightly. And so, so we cannot accept anyone as an avatar unless he has the symptoms as described in the scriptures. If someone is avatar, first of all, there should be some symptoms in him. His behavior, the way he walks, the way he talks, his attitude towards people in general, his disposition towards men and women should be equal. He should bring out the duties and the roles and responsibility of each individual. He has to have certain qualities that will make others understand that yes, he is an avatar. And what are these qualities? How do we know? Because we have not seen such a person in time before in our lives. So how do we know that this person is an avatar? So there comes the mercy of the Lord. And unless you have met such a personality, you cannot understand, met and associated with him for at least 1 year. You cannot know that personality, whether he's an avatar or he is a temporary presence in the material world or whatever he is. And if he is an avatar, whether he's come for helping each and every soul or he's just having some agenda to pick few and leave. So such things. So this is very rare that an avatar is there on the earth planet and you get the benefit. Not every avatar will give benefit to everyone. There is a general mercy, and then there's a special one to pull people out from this Maya for eternity. So we have to find out such a person who can be of help to us for eternity. We didn't come here for temporary enjoyment or entertainment.